Hey guys, what's up? This is Kendra with Signing Agent Basics here for the August YouTube live stream. I can't believe it's August. Am I the only one that thinks that this year has gone by like really fast? But thank you guys so much for joining me on this live stream. I always appreciate the fact that you guys come and hang out with me on your Saturday afternoon. That really does mean a lot to me. At the beginning of this year for 2022, I had decided to do a monthly live stream. I wasn't sure if you guys were going to like it or not, but it seems like you guys have been enjoying it. So, for those of you who are joining me for the first time on a live stream, I do a YouTube live on the second Saturday of every month, going over different topics to help you get your signing agent business up and running. But you also know how I do. I'm going to go on ahead and jump into today's topic. And today's topic is how to get signing agent business. Now, one of the things that I also want to remind everyone is the name of my channel is Signing Agent Basics. I really love helping people with the basics, the beginning steps of becoming a signing agent. So for any of you who are already signing agents, you've been doing signings for a while, you may be like thinking that this video and the stuff that I'm going over in this video is no big revelation to you. But for those of you who are new or aspiring signing agents who have kind of been interested about this, you've heard people talk about being a self-employed signing agent, and you were just kind of like, okay, but how does it work? How do you actually get business? Where does this happen? This video is for you. I'm going to tell you about the basics of getting business as a self-employed signing agent. But real quick, before I go on, one thing that I also want to let you guys know is I have links for you in the description box of this video. As we're going through and as I'm talking about different things, I'm going to tell you that I've got a link for that thing in the description box. And I know sometimes people are like, well, where's the description box? I don't see it. I don't see these links. So I kind of wanted to point out for those of you who may be new to YouTube where the description box is. And for any of you who are watching on Facebook, you will need to go to YouTube to the description box to see these links. They will be there. They're there now, and they'll also be available during the replay. But once you go to the YouTube channel, once you are on a particular video, if you are on a laptop or a desktop computer, right underneath the title of the video, underneath the title, you're going to see the beginning of the description box. And you're going to see the words show more. To see everything that's in the description box, just click that show more link that will open the full description box up for you, and then you'll be able to see everything that's in there. But we live in a mobile society. I know I watch YouTube most of the time on my phone. So for those of you who are watching on your phone and you're like, well, I don't see where it says show more, it's a little bit different on your cell phone. To see everything that's in the description box on your cell phone, you'll see a little drop down arrow next to the title of the video. Click that little drop down arrow, and then that's going to open up the description box. And again, the links to all of the different things that I'm going to be talking about in this video, guys, are going to be in the description box of this video. So I wanted to make sure I got that out because I always get those questions. I don't see the description box. All right, guys. The next thing I would love for you to do for me, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the notification bell. Guys, when you hit the like button, that lets me know that you like this type of content, and it lets the YouTube algorithm know that you like this type of content. So then guess what? I can come out with more of this type of content for you. So please do me a favor, hit that like button. Then, like I said, I come out with videos every month for you guys, and I know that you don't want to miss those videos. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell. When you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, even if you miss me posting about a particular video, YouTube will notify you when a video is coming out so that you don't miss any of the good stuff that I have for you. Then you guys know I always want to know where y'all are from. Some of y'all have already been doing this, but I would love for you to tell me in the chat what city and state you are in. It still blows my mind that people all over the country join in on the YouTube lives. So let me know what city and state you are in. And then let me know whether you are an aspiring signing agent, which means you haven't done any loan signings yet, a new signing agent, meaning that you've been doing this for 1 year or less, or a veteran signing agent, meaning that you have been doing this for more than 1 year. So again, tell me your city and state, and then tell me whether or not you are an aspiring signing agent, a new signing agent, or a veteran signing agent. Let's take a look and see who we've got in here. We've got Carla V from California. We've got Mrs. Moore from Atlanta, Georgia. We've got Takesha here from Richmond. Hey, girl. We've got All Things Nata Jean here from Los Angeles. Chicago is in the house. Chesapeake, Virginia is in the house. We've got Charlotte, Redlands, Houston. We've got all kinds of people. Some of you are aspiring signing agents. We've got a few folks who are aspiring signing agents. So yes, this video is absolutely for you. We've got one of my students who's a veteran signing agent. We've got another aspiring signing agent. Guys, keep telling me where you're from, whether you are new, aspiring, or a veteran signing agent. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited to see all of y'all. And even if you're watching this on the replay later on, please let me know the same information as well. And even though I just said it, as a reminder, yes, the replay will be available on YouTube. Again, guys, I have been doing these lives now once a month for this whole year. So I've done several live videos this year for you. If you missed any of them, make sure that you check them out. Awesome, guys. Yay. And then, as many of you know, or some of you may know, I'm a one-woman team over here. It may seem like I got a light person and a sound person and all this stuff, but I'm gonna tell you, all them people is just me. So please do me a favor as we're going through. If you have questions, try to hold your questions until the end. If you ask your questions during the presentation, I may not see it, I may miss it, but I'm going to have a specific Q&A session at the end of this video, and then I'll be able to just pay straight attention to those questions. And then also, even if you're watching on the replay, feel free to put your questions down in the comments, and I will do my very best to answer everyone's questions. And then I also want to remind people, again, especially for the new and aspiring signing agents, I do have a free new signing agent checklist where I've written out for you step by step everything that you need to do to get started as a signing agent. You can check every little thing off as you get it. I've got links to different videos and supplies that will be helpful for you, and you can download that for free. So in the description box of this video is a link to download that new signing agent checklist. Awesome. All right. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty of this video. So, signing agents, as we know, are notaries public who specialize in getting mortgage loan documents signed. But I've had people kind of ask me, well, like, where did this whole thing come from and how were signings done before there were signing agents? So in escrow states, and Texas is an escrow state, and that just means that we use title companies for our mortgage loan closings. In escrow states, either the lender, the real estate agent, the buyer, or the seller selects a title company to handle elements of the transaction. And I'm not going to get into details about what the title company does, but I will say this, guys, they do a lot more than just getting the closing document signed. The escrow officer and the title company play a very big role in getting real estate transactions closed. And again, the mortgage company, the real estate agent, the buyer, or the seller selects the title company that is used for their particular transaction. And again, one of the elements that a title company does is they facilitate the signing of the final loan documents. And like I said, Texas is an escrow state. Texas is where I'm at, for any of you who didn't know. Texas is an escrow state. We use title companies here, but in some other states, they may use an attorney or they may use a different type of escrow closing company. But don't let that throw you off. Even in those states, the process is very similar. So as I'm going through this video, when I say title company, if you happen to be in an attorney state, that's okay. Just mentally in your mind, replace title company with attorney, because it's really just whatever entity is facilitating the closing of the transaction. But again, here in Texas, it's normally title companies. And one of the things that the title company is responsible for is getting the final mortgage loan documents signed. Now, signings traditionally took place in the title office, attorney's office, or the escrow office. And for those of you who don't know, I actually used to work for a mortgage company. I worked for a mortgage company for 7 years before I became a signing agent. And I want to say that was right around the time that signing agents started to be used more widely. Before that, we pretty much told signers, hey, your closing is on this day, this time, at this location. Show up to sign your documents if you want to buy or sell this property. People really didn't have too much of an option. Signing agents weren't used as much. Title companies would do other things to facilitate signers if for some reason they weren't able to come into the title office. But for the most part, just about everybody was required to come into the title office or the escrow office to sign their final closing documents. But as we know, guys, we like convenience. And signing agents kind of came about to become a convenience for signers. Like, I remember growing up without DoorDash and without Grubhub, and the only stuff you could really get delivered to your home was like pizza or Chinese food. But now, because of DoorDash and Grubhub, you can pretty much get any food that you want delivered to your home. But again, that's a newer thing. So it's kind of the same thing with signing agents. Back in the good old days, or back in the old days, there really weren't signing agents. People had to go into the title offices, but signing agents came about. I'm glad they did, because I love being one. And now we provide a service for the title companies and the signers. But as I said, even back before signing agents were widely used, there were times when it just wasn't possible or it wasn't convenient for signers to actually go into the title office, attorney's office, or the escrow office. And I've got a few examples here, but sometimes people get sick or injured and they're not able to leave their home or they're not able to leave the hospital. Sometimes people have jobs that work long hours and simply aren't able to get away from their job in order to go into the title office or the closing office at the time that it was normally needed. Maybe they've moved, the property is here in Texas, but they've moved to a totally different state. So obviously it's not practical for them to have to come back to whatever state the property is in order to complete the signing. So this was some of the reasons why signing agents came about. And this is another question that I get from people all of the time. Signing agents are also used in title offices. And I know this blows some people's minds, because they're like, well, why would title pay to have somebody come into their office to do a signing when they can do the signing themselves? Well, Like I said, the escrow officers, the title officers, their job is a lot more than just getting these final papers signed. Getting the final paper signed is maybe 5% of what goes on for the title work for a transaction to be closed. And title offices, escrow officers are normally working numerous files at a time. Depending on the size of the title office, they could be working 20, 30, 40 files at one time. So they often need time to work on the other 95% of the work that goes on to get all of the title conditions cleared so that it can make it to closing, so that it can make it to signing. So sometimes title offices, escrow officers, attorneys will have signing agents come into their office to do signings for them. I actually have one of my direct business clients. The majority of what I do for them is in their office. I very rarely go out to meet their clients. They have me come to their office to meet with their clients who are coming to the office as well to complete their closing. So, for those of you who are a little bit confused about that, or like, why would they do this? That just doesn't make sense. They're notaries. Why don't they do their own signing? They absolutely can, but it's a lot more convenient to pay someone else to do it so that they can get other work done. I'm gonna tell you, it's kind of like me. I could mow my own lawn, but I don't want to. So I pay someone else to come and mow my lawn. Could I mow my own lawn? Absolutely. Do I want to mow my own lawn? No. So even though it's something I can do, it is a convenience for me to pay someone else to come here to do it for me. And that's kind of the reason why title companies and escrow officers will pay signing agents top dollar to come into their office and do in-office signings for them. Okay, so now let's talk about the two main sources for business that you will have as a signing agent. So the first source is direct business. And that just means going directly to the title company, going directly to the attorney's office, going directly to whatever the escrow service is, you working directly with them to do their signings. So, again, I work directly with title companies. There's no middleman. Nobody else gets a piece of the pie. Me and the title company have a direct business relationship. And title companies obviously can find signing agents on their own. But as signing agents have become more and more widely used, as more and more people are wanting to use signing agents to meet them outside of the office to do their closings, title offices have actually found it easier to use signing services to find signing agents. And signing services are going to be your second type of business. So, signing services are contracted by title companies to find signing agents. And again, signing services are just convenience because, again, the title office could search for a signing agent themselves. But again, they're busy. They ain't got time for that. So instead of them searching and calling and emailing to try to find a signing agent, if they do not already have a direct business relationship, they call a signing service. They say, hey, we need a signing agent on this day at this time. And then the signing service is the one that takes the time to locate the appropriate signing agent. So again, your two main sources for business as a signing agent is either going to be one, direct business, where you go directly to title companies, attorneys' offices, so on, and market directly to them for their business. Or the second way is signing services. Signing services have a relationship with these title companies and other companies, and then the signing service is kind of a middleman between you and the title office or the attorney's office. So now let's talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages of both of those forms of business, because there are advantages and disadvantages for both. So, direct business, going to title companies and attorney offices yourself directly to get their business. This is actually the traditional way to get business. Again, signing agents started being used, and it took a little bit of time for signing services to be created. So before that, as a signing agent, in order to get business, every signing agent had to market directly for business to title offices and attorneys' offices. So this is actually the traditional way to get business. Now, one of the best things about having direct business is that you're usually going to make more money per assignment. Usually, the title office pays the same amount to you that they would pay to a signing service. However, if there is a signing service, the signing service is going to keep a portion of that money to pay for their service. So, when you have direct business, when you market directly to title companies and attorneys' offices on your own, there is no middleman. You get all of that money. Another advantage of direct business is that there is usually more loyalty. If you are working directly with the title office or an attorney's office and you are doing a good job, that's key, guys. You got to do a good job. If you're doing a good job and you are working directly with the title office or an attorney's office, they are going to continue to use you over and over and over again. They don't have any reason to go looking for anyone else. If you're doing a good job for them, if you're consistent, if you show up on time, if you're error free, if you get signings completed in a timely manner, if you're not causing extra work for the title office or the escrow officer, they don't need to look for anyone else. They've got somebody reliable in you, and they will be more loyal to you. And then you will usually get paid more quickly when you have direct business. So a lot of times when you have a direct business client, especially like a title office, your fee is listed as a line item to be paid on the closing disclosure or the settlement statement. So once that loan funds, if it's a sale or a purchase, it usually funds that day or the next day. If it's a refinance, it has a 3-day rescission period, then 3 business days. But as soon as that loan funds, title cuts you your check. I've even had closings that I've done in office where the closing was in the morning. I had a few other closings there that day, and they had my check waiting for me before I even left the office. So you generally get paid more quickly. Even if you don't get your check that day, they tend to put your check in the mail or tell you your check is available to pick up within a day or so. So you will definitely get paid more quickly with direct business. Now, direct business is great. I love direct business, but there are some disadvantages to direct business as well. And this first bullet point I have here is probably the disadvantage that most people think of when it comes to direct business. It may be more difficult to build direct business relationships because here's the deal, guys. All of these title offices, all of these attorneys' offices, everyone who needs a signing agent at this point in 2022 knows how to find a signing agent. They know how to go online to the different databases and look for one. They know how to contact a signing service to get a signing agent. You're not going to get business just because you walk in and say, hey, I'm a signing agent, give me business. You have to build relationship in order to get people to choose to give you that business. So it's not hard. Honestly, I think of it as just making friends. I just think of it as making friends with people in the business because at the end of the day, people give business to their friends. People give business to people that they like. So I just think of it as making friends with people in the business. But this does intimidate some people. And this is a hurdle that some people have that they find difficult to get over. So I've listed this as a disadvantage that it may be more difficult to build those direct business relationships. The other thing to keep in mind is that some of these individual offices will only have a limited amount of work to send you. Obviously, you're not going to do all of their signings. So if it's just one title office, depending on how big and how busy they are, they may give you all the business that they can, but that may only be 1 or 2 signings a week. And you can't live off of 1 or 2 signings a week. So, you may have to build relationships with multiple direct business clients in order to get enough business coming in to meet the income goals that you need. And the other thing that I will say is that in general, your level of service needs to be higher. When you are working with title companies and attorneys' offices directly, they are expecting the highest level of service from you. And the most important thing as a signing agent is to be error free. Okay. Other things underneath that are great, but the number one thing that you need is to be error free. Missing one signature, missing one initial, missing one notarization may not seem like a big deal to you, but that could literally hold up the funding and mess up an entire transaction. So, even making little mistakes are not okay when it comes to direct business. You need to strive to be consistently error free. All right. So those were our direct business advantages and disadvantages. And I'm peeking over real quick. I saw that someone said they just came in. You will have access to the replay of this video once the live is over. So almost immediately after this video is over, the replay will be available and everybody will be able to rewatch this and all of my other live videos. All right. So now let's talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of working with signing services. So first, advantages. They're easy to sign up with. Most signing services have a process where you can just go online, input your information to sign up to receive work from them. So that means that you don't have to network face to face. You don't have to make friends with the people at the signing service in order to list your information with them. But I will say it always helps to build relationships with people, even at signing services. But again, you don't have to. You don't have to meet up with them face to face. You don't have to, make friends with them or any of that good stuff. You literally can just go online, fill your information in online, and you will be in their database. Signing services usually have more assignments available. Basically, signing services have done the direct business legwork. They've already gone out and built relationships with title companies, attorneys, escrow companies, all of that good stuff. So they're getting assignments from multiple companies. So that means that signing service has more assignments available to hand out. And signing services tend to be more willing to use brand new signing agents because, again, new signing agents, that's always their concern. Oh, I'm new. Is anybody going to use me? Actually, you can get direct business and signing service business even if you're new, but signing services do tend to be a little bit more willing to use brand new signing agents. So then, disadvantages of signing services. Signing services are middlemen. So like I said, if the title company is paying a particular fee to get a signing completed, then you are not going to get all of that fee. The signing service is going to take a chunk of it. They are in business to make money just like you are in business to make money. And, there's back and forth and arguments about, do signing companies take too much? Do they not pay signing agents enough? I don't go back and forth with that argument because I believe that if you want the full fee, then you need to go out and get direct business. If you are unable or unwilling to get direct business, then you have to work with signing services. And again, they have the right to be compensated for the fact that they have gone out and done their part of the work to find the business. So, at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide whether or not a fee is acceptable for you. But if you want the full fee, put in the work to get direct business. The other disadvantage is that there is a lot of competition. Again, people like the ease of just being able to go in and fill out a little form and let the signing company know that they are available. So you're not the only one. There's tons of other signing agents in their databases for them to use. And then payment is usually a lot slower. So signing services in general pay around 30 days. So 30 days after you complete the signing, you should receive payment. But that's not every signing company. Some pay 60 days, some pay 90 days, some pay, 15 days after the end of the month after you did the signing. So you will be waiting for your payment longer than you would if it was direct business. So then the next step, because people are always like, well, how do I connect with signing services then? So there's two main ways to connect with signing services. The first is through a notary database or a notary listing site. And you can basically think of that as like monster.com or one of these places where you just place your resume. In a notary database or in a notary listing site, you're basically putting your profile, your resume out there. And then when signing services and even title companies are looking for a signing agent, they go to these databases where they are able to search for notaries public or signing agents in particular. And they're often able to search by things like what city you're in, what zip code you're in, and again, different things, elements that you fill out, they can filter for to determine if you might be a good fit for their assignment. The other way to connect with signing service is through signing service platforms. And what signing service platforms has done is they've kind of taken the notary database or the notary listing site, and then they add another element to it. They add web-based software that the signing services can use to communicate with you, to send you documents, all that kind of good stuff. So those are the two main ways to connect with signing services. Again, with the databases or the listing sites, it's a place for you to put your resume. People can search for you. And with any reputable database or listing site, there should be a free option as well as paid options. So any reputable database, any reputable listing site will have an option for you to list your information for free. And then they may also have paid options. Now, just because you pay, that is not a guarantee that you are going to get any business. What you're doing when you choose a paid option on a database or a listing site is you're just paying to improve the visibility of your profile. But your profile still has to meet whatever requirements the signing service or the title company has. Your profile still has to be attractive. Your profile still has to be one that the title company or the signing service will want to select. Because again, just because you pay a database or a notary listing site, that is not a guarantee that you will get business. They don't send you business. This is just a place for you to list your information. And personally, I do not recommend any database or any listing site that does not have a free option. Guys, there are scam companies out there that will take advantage of signing agents. And by scam, I mean two things. They either, one, don't provide the service that you're paying them for, or two, they cannot live up to the promise of what they're telling you. If they're saying, oh, if you pay us, we guarantee we're going to give you business, they may only have one client, and that one client may not have enough business for them to make that promise for everyone. But in general, if a company only has a paid option, I would tell you to not sign up with them, to instead focus on the many, many, many other companies that have free options. Okay, so 3 popular reputable notary databases are Notary Cafe. Now, that's my personal favorite just because I've been on Notary Cafe since 2007. I actually did an interview with Notary Cafe. There's links to the YouTube video if you want more information about how Notary Cafe works and tips from the actual Notary Cafe employees on how to improve your visibility and how to improve your profile to help you get selected. Check out those links to those videos in the description box. But Notary Cafe is a very popular very reputable notary database. The next one is Notary Rotary. Notary Rotary has been around forever. Their website isn't the most modern looking, but it is popular and it is a reputable company. Again, there's a link to the Notary Rotary website in the description box. Another great reputable database is American Notary USA. This is another website where you can put your information. And guys, again, all three of these have free options as well as paid options. It is up to you to decide if you would like to pay to upgrade your listing. So then we've got the signing service platforms. And again, this just combines notary databases with the software that connects signing companies with signing agents to manage signing requests and documents. So the biggest thing that I want to point out is that these platforms, and probably the biggest platform that everybody knows now is SnapDocs. Notary Cafe is actually also a platform. One of the biggest things to remember is that the platform is not the company that is hiring you to complete the signing. A signing company is using the platform to connect with you. So I'll have people say, oh, SnapDocs owes me money. No, SnapDocs does not owe you money. SnapDocs did not hire you. A signing service used SnapDocs to locate you. A signing service used SnapDocs to communicate with you, but it is that signing service that owes you money. Platforms are just software and databases that are used to connect signing agents with signing services. So hopefully that clears that up, because that's a big question that I hear all of the time. And again, guys, two of the biggest, most reputable, popular platforms right now, SnapDocs is probably the biggest, and then along with Notary Cafe. Notary Cafe was actually the big platform before SnapDocs came around. When I was a signing agent brand new in 2007, there was no SnapDocs. Most signing services used Notary Cafe. But then SnapDocs came along, so now we've got two popular, reputable platforms. Now, guys, there are hundreds of signing services out there nationwide. There may even be thousands of signing services out there nationwide. And here's the deal. You need to sign up with as many signing services as possible to help you get business. Most signing services are nationwide. So don't just look for signing services in your state, because signing services will have business in their state and out of their state. So you're going to want to sign up with as many signing services as you can to help you in your search for signing agent business. Now, you do not have to pay for a list. You can search out these signing companies on your own. You can do Google searches. You can look in notary forums. There's Facebook groups, all of that good stuff. But here's the deal. That takes time. That takes time. And there are people and companies out there that have basically done that legwork for you and have put together lists. But like everything else, guys, there's reputable folks and there's not so reputable folks. So one of the folks that is reputable is the premium signing service list from the online notary supply store. Now, let me tell you guys, this is not my list. I did not put this list together. This is not my website. I don't get paid for this list at all. I just know the person who put the list together, and they also maintain this list. They update it. So it is a reputable source if you would like to purchase a list to just kind of jumpstart your signing up with signing companies. I think there's almost 200 signing services on their list. They update the list regularly to get rid of companies that aren't in business anymore and to add new companies. So if you would like to purchase a list, one that I recommend that I know is reputable with good information is the premium signing service list from the online notary supply store. It's $15. I've got the link to that list down in the description box. If that's something that you want to do, definitely check it out. Again, it is reputable. It is a great list. But guys, one of the things that I want to point out to you, one of the things that I want to remind you of is that it doesn't matter which path you choose, whether you decide to focus on direct business, whether you decide to focus on signing services, whether you decide to do both, which is what I honestly recommend. It's going to take time and it is going to take effort and it is going to take hard work for you to succeed. You can absolutely be successful as a signing agent, but work does not just magically rain out of the sky when you become a signing agent. Part of it is going out, marketing for, finding and working for the business that you want. Again, I know that each and every one of you can do it, but I also want to tell you the reality of it so that you can be prepared to do what you need to do to be successful. Woo! All right, guys. So we are going to go into the official question and answer part of this video. If you have questions about getting business as a signing agent, any of the stuff that I just talked about in this video, you can type it in the chat right now. I'm going to do my best to answer as many questions as I can. Let me remove that. And then again, I'm going to scroll up. I saw a few people asking, is this recorded? Yes. This is absolutely recorded, guys. As soon as this video is over, you will have access to the recording, the replay of this video on YouTube. And then, like I said, I encourage you guys to go back and look at all of the other live videos that I've done here on YouTube this month. Again, I keep giving you guys the basics. I want you guys to have a firm foundation for your signing agent business. So we do have a question here. Do I suggest a new notary use the signing services for entry-level skills? So I'm trying to think of the right way to answer this. This is kind of the mentality of new signing agents. I don't suggest it. I don't recommend it. If that's what you feel like you need to do, if that's what makes you comfortable, then do that. I'm a little bit different kind of person. I have always been confident in my skills. I've always been the type of person that I don't want a piece of the money. I want all of the money. And I am going to go out and market for direct business from day one. So, but you have to have the right attitude. And you also have to be confident in your skills. So that probably for most people means getting good signing agent training. If you've got good training, to me, there's no reason to just do signing service deals first. And then also, as I said, it generally takes more time to get direct business. You're going to have to work a little bit to build these relationships. So it may take you 30, 60, or 90 days or more of marketing to get direct business. So to me, instead of waiting 30, 60, 90 days to start marketing and then ending up having to wait another 30, 60, 90 days for your marketing to pay off, again, if you've got training, if you've got good signing agent skills, I personally say go for direct business from day one. But again, you know you better than I know you. So do what you're comfortable with and what you feel like your skill level is. Great question. Let's see what else we got. Do I know of any reputable signing companies in Atlanta? Not specifically, but like I said, you don't want to look just for signing companies in your state. Just about every signing company is nationwide. You want to sign up with as many signing companies as possible. And again, there are hundreds of signing companies, there's hundreds of signing services. So, again, either do the search, do the legwork yourself to find these different companies, or if you would rather save the time, invest in purchasing a reputable list. And again, that premium signing service list that I have the link for in my description box is one that I know has active signing companies that you can just work through the list and sign up with hundreds of signing services that will have business nationwide. So that is a great question. Let's see. You need help obtaining signings while working your 9 to 5. So here's the deal. This is a business. We all have to figure out our balancing act when we're running a business. So I will say, if you are working a 9 to 5, you will be most successful at being a signing agent if you at least have access to answer telephone calls and check emails and answer emails on your cell phone while you're at work. I know there are some jobs that do not allow you to do that. So I'm just going to be real. It is more difficult to obtain signings if you're not able to reply and give responses during your 9 to 5. If you are at least able to reply to text messages, phone calls, emails, then you can reply to requests for signings. You can accept signings that are available outside of your working hours, while you're at work, while you're at your 9 to 5. But, again, everybody's business is going to be a little bit different. And we all have to figure out how to balance everything else that's going on in our life along with our signing agent business. So, there's really no help that anyone else would be able to give you to obtain signings. You have to be available to talk to people. And we do get requests. I do receive requests sometimes after hours. So it's not impossible. But if you're not able to at least answer phone calls, text messages, emails during working hours, it is going to be more difficult for you to get after hours signing agent work. And then, how do you learn about the forms that are used for mortgage closings, etc.? Is there training available? Dude, I have an entire training program called the Signing Agent Advanced Training Program. If you go down to my description box, you will see a link for my website that tells you about what I teach in the training. But basically, I teach you how to describe the major documents that you're going to see. I teach you how to prepare documents for signings. I teach you how to print the documents outright. I teach you how to avoid the most common mistakes. I teach you about VA loans, how to do split signings, power of attorney signings, how to improve your chances of getting work on SnapDocs. That's just a few of the modules that I teach. So yes, for people who have no previous mortgage real estate experience, and even honestly for people who have mortgage or real estate experience, getting training is the best way to jumpstart your success. So click the link in my description box to check out my Signing Agent Advanced Training Program. And I do also have a free webinar, First Steps to Signing Agent Success, where I go more in depth about everything that you receive in my training. So definitely check that out. Do I offer a basic script for direct business? So I don't offer a script, but I teach you how to build relationships, because here's the thing. Has anybody ever called you up on the phone and read a script? And you could tell that they were just reading a script. I don't recommend a script. Again, what you need to do to get business is to build friendships and relationships. You can't build a friendship with a script, right? You need to just know what's important to the people that you're trying to become friends with, and then be able to have a conversation with them to explain to them how you can meet that need. So while I don't have a script, I teach you how to build professional friendships and relationships that will get you direct business. Great question. Let's see. Do I have any encouragement for those who are interested in pursuing notary work but feel a bit insecure or lack confidence before receiving training? So I'm gonna tell you, sometimes you just got to do it scared. That is the end of the day. If you wait to feel confident, if you wait to feel, I can totally do this, then you're never gonna do it. At the end of the day, you're just going to have to say, I am going to do this. And then you got to do it. Okay. Think about your first day of starting any job. Think about your first day of school or your first day of college. Any of those things, guys, you were nervous before you did it. You had nerves those first day, but you decided, I'm going to do this. So my words of encouragement are, you can absolutely do this. Don't wait to not feel scared. Just decide that this is what you are going to do. take appropriate steps and get good training and then do it. Being a signing agent is not rocket science. At the end of the day, we're getting people to sign their name on pieces of paper. It is not rocket science. It is not really that difficult. So I promise you, each and every one of you that's watching this video is more than capable of being a signing agent. Let's see. Marty says he plans to do face-to-face marketing. That's what I'm talking about. And you got to just build those relationships. You just got to get out and meet with people face-to-face. And I will say that is a bit of a skill that we've kind of lost in recent years. We're all about our phones now. We're all about social media and meeting people through these electronic avenues. But mortgage and real estate are still very old school. They're still very face to face. Go out, make friends, meet people. Since we've kind of gotten past the health issues of the past couple of years, a lot more of the real estate networking events have started coming back. I mean, honestly, guys, networking can be fun. I mean, a lot of people think of it as it's this scary thing, but people in real estate actually like to have a lot of fun. So there's usually tons of mixers with real estate agents and people in the business where there's music, education, drinks, if that's your thing. It's a great social atmosphere as well. So don't think of it again as this hard thing. Just think of it as making friends and building relationships. And then Sarah said she just enrolled in real estate courses. Will this be an added advantage? It depends on what you mean by an advantage. It's not going to help you be a better real estate agent. No. You got to learn separate things to be a real estate agent. Is this complementary work? It can be. There are some signing agents who are also real estate agents. One of the signing agents that I subcontract business to, she is also a real estate agent. She does both. They can complement one another because they're both in the same area, mortgage, real estate, all that good stuff. But being a signing agent is not an advantage to being a real estate agent. So hopefully that made sense. Let me scroll up, see if I've missed any questions. And if you got any questions, put them down into the comment section right now. But hopefully this video cleared up, especially for the new signing agents or the aspiring signing agents, just cleared up for you. How is it that signing agents actually get business? It's actually really, really simple. So hopefully this cleared it up for you and let you know those main sources. All right, guys, I don't see any other questions. So we're going to wrap this up. But guys, again, thank you so much for meeting with me. I saw one other question got snuck in. I'm going to go ahead and answer it. Let's see. What are some of the popular signing agencies currently since work has slowed down? So I don't even know if there's necessarily one main signing company, because it's really also going to depend on where you are and where most of the business is that particular signing company uses. There may be signing companies that one signing agent gets a ton of business from that you don't get business from. So I wouldn't say that there's one in particular. There's always been the biggest and the most popular. BankServe is a big one. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. Some of the more settled signing agents or companies that have been around for a while, Excel Notary is a big one. Superior Notary Service. That's actually the signing service way back in 2007 that gave me my very first signing, is Superior Notary Service. They're a great, reputable signing service to work with. Excel is a great, reputable signing service to work with. I have worked with both. I've never had any problems with payments or any issues with them. But again, at the end of the day, your best bet is just going to be to sign up with as many signing services as possible. Because here's the deal. It don't matter who's popular. It only matters who's going to send you business. And who sends you business may not be the most popular one. So just make sure that you are signed up with as many signing services as possible. Again, like you're saying, since things have gotten a little bit slower, this is a great time to focus on your marketing. And your marketing is signing up with signing services and marketing directly for business with title companies and attorneys' offices and all that good stuff. Because again, guys, this is just a temporary slight slowdown. things are going to pick back up. So use this slower time to build those relationships and those friendships. So then, as those companies get more business, you position yourself to be the one that they give that business to. All right, guys, I think that is it. Thank you so much again for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate seeing each and every one of you every month. Again, the replay to this video will be available as soon as this video is over if you are watching it live. And if you do have any questions after the video that I did not answer in this live, you can leave it down in the comments and I will answer your question as soon as possible. And again, all of the links that I talked about to the signing services, the platforms, my training, the free checklist, all of that good stuff is in the description box of this YouTube video. So make sure that you go into the description box to find all of those links. But guys, that's all that I have for you today. Make sure that you join me next month on the second Saturday of September for the next YouTube Live. This is Kendra with Signing Agent Basics, hoping that you have a productive and profitable day. Bye, guys.